What's going on, guys? Welcome back to RealClaysCoins. I believe competence creates confidence, so I'm here to bring you some information, education, and better understanding of cryptocurrency and the stock market. This is not financial advice, however. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not an indication nor suggestion to buy, hold, or sell any cryptocurrency or stock talked about in this video or on this channel. Today, we're going to be looking at some price action. These next couple videos, I'm going to pull up some charts for you guys. There's been a lot of movement in the overall crypto market. We broke a pretty serious level for Bitcoin, and it's a huge sign in a good way. So we'll get right into it. Before we do, guys, I got to do the YouTube stuff. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. It's a big goal, but it's my goal, and with your help and support, we can knock it out of the park. So all I need you to do is like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to hit that bell notification so you never miss a video, comment down low. Hit the join button if you want to become a true supporter at RealClaysCoins. You can do all that extra, but I'll give you a moment to just like the video and hit subscribe right now. Dope. Thank you guys so much. Alright, so we're going to be looking at three different cryptocurrencies today. These are the three biggest dogs in the world, excluding Tether and USD coin and stable coins, like Cardano. But these are going to be the three biggest coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance. BNB is a massive ecosystem in itself, the Binance Smart Chain. Bitcoin, paves the way for the entire market. And then Ethereum, it's the number one thing that things are built on. So we'll get into them. I figured I'd show you the chart right now, look at some volume, and just some clean numbers. 898 billion for the market cap is absolutely insane. The market cap for all of cryptocurrency combined at the time of this recording is 2.1 trillion. Almost 900 billion of that is Bitcoin. So as you can see right here, that's 42.1% of the entire market. So if people say that Bitcoin is irrelevant, they have no idea what they're talking about. Bitcoin paves the way for every single altcoin, and so does Ethereum. We'll look at real quick right now. Ethereum's doing a little bit better on the day, but I mean, $408 billion for the market cap. That's absolutely insane. That's the 19.1%, and I'm actually kind of curious right now what the market cap for Binance is, so we'll check that. 71 billion. Wow. The difference. You go from 900 billion to 400 billion to 71, and that's the third biggest cryptocurrency in the world. So the difference, the competitiveness, I guess you could say, in the top two to top three in the crypto world is not very. People have fought for third. I say people like it's a competitive sport. A couple different cryptocurrencies have fought for that third spot over the years. Binance, Solana, Cardano, XRP, they've tried. Monero made a run a little bit ago. But other than that, Binance has done a pretty good job securing and holding that number 3 spot for quite some time now. And right now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to get right into the charts. And, these teal kind of lines I have pulled up here it's just a Fibonacci indicator. It's an indicator you can use for any reason. I'll clear that up right now just to make it a little cleaner for you guys. These are some longer term trends that I've seen. These have been here for quite some time, so I'll clean that all up for you real quick. This is the longer term trend that Bitcoin has been in. We're looking at the daily chart right now. So we are still up. With all of this falling, we touched it right here. This really confirmed the long-term trend, which is a great sign for the foreseeable future. This red line right here, this 44,783, this was the indicator I was talking about. Breaking this was something we have not done since the 5th of January when we fell through it. We've tried 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then on this 5th go, within these couple days, every single one of these candles is going to be a day. We finally broke through and did it with a huge impact to almost look like a gap fill on the start of 2022 that we've seen. That hasn't been the best, but it could have been a lot worse. If you look at different charts from 2017, if you look at last year, we had some pretty big downward spirals last year. Looking at May of last year, we lost 50% for Bitcoin's value in a matter of 10 days. That is horrific. All in all, I'd say the biggest drop throughout we've seen so far was this 26% in 2 days. That's so much, but it did bounce right back up. Overall, though, it's looking nice, guys. I'm not gonna say it's looking great just because until it starts pulling up right here. Let's switch over to the 4-hour. Get a little bit more of an accurate representation of where we are on a 4-hour time lifespan. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it now for you guys, and let's drop a couple lines here. Let's do something and try to figure out what's going on a technical level and what we can expect, because we can all skepticize and philosophize all we want, but if the technicals don't line up, then it's just hearsay. However, technicals don't always indicate much, and there's a reason they call it astrology for men, especially when it comes to calling Bitcoin. It's pretty well impossible. So, but according, looking at this uptrend we've been in since the 13th, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to call that 5? I'll give it to you for confirmations on this upward trend right here, which is obviously just put in place. However, when you line it up and look at the way that nature has done her thing, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that how mathematics and the natural world line up. And one thing I'll notice too right here, we'll go to our horizontal line and put this right here, because this channel we have traded in for an extensive amount of time is notable because it was not only for Bitcoin. This is something that I already had on the Ethereum chart too. And realistically, I'm going to move this up to right about here, because this was a false breakthrough. You could even probably bring this down to right here, because we traded in this for the entirety of 2022 and we have finally broken it. That is a massive, massive sign that we may be out of this bearish market that it was looking like, and this downward pressure that's lasted for pretty much the entirety of this year thus far may finally be over, guys. And in the geopolitical environment and climate that we've been in thus far and are currently in, it's rather miraculous that we're able to pull this out of the hat and show off a little bit of the magic that crypto is known for. What I'm going to do here too is I'm going to draw another extended line, and we're going to look at how tightly this has gone up. Looking at this, obviously, this is not sustainable, not sustainable for any lengthy amount of time. For the amount of time it has been, it really needed this push up in this ascending wedge to have this breakout. We needed this volume, these massive, massive spikes in volume right here. Obviously, we're very oversold when it comes to the RSI. I'll move it over here. My face cam's probably blocking that, but right here on the RSI, which is cool. A cool little thing you guys can do too that you should always make sure to watch is the RSI and how these lines hold up, because the RSI, while it's not, all these indicators are just that. They're indicators. It's not the tell-all. It's not a crystal ball. Obviously, if any indicators were guaranteed, that's all anyone would use, and then everyone would be rich using it. So keep it, take things with a grain of salt, but when you have multiple confirmations throughout multiple different indicators, and then you look at your technicals, that lines up, it's just more things that support your hypothesis, essentially. And when you look at the RSI, it's in a, relatively healthy upward channel. It's not too... The momentum change it's experiencing isn't too extravagant. It's not a straight shot up, as it looks here. It's much more acute in the upward aggressiveness, if you will, of the price action here than it would indicate on the RSI or the MACD for that matter. The MACD is here and there when it comes to cryptocurrencies. With Bitcoin, it's a little bit more trustworthy just because of the length of Bitcoin's lifespan, and the MACD is, it's better once you have a longer time frame to look at, and it has those levels to really base it off of, and a good moving average. When a lot of cryptocurrencies are newer or they launch and they have big partnerships which explode the price, it can be a lot more difficult to get an accurate MACD prediction and indication of forecast rather that would be more reliable is much more difficult in the sense of a MACD. But one thing I will notice, guys, is the RSI dropped substantially and the chart didn't. That's good. That is very good. That's a bullish signal. That means that we'll probably follow this little imaginary channel that we put up here for the RSI. We'll probably keep following it up. We might see a little bit more crash down, but don't worry, that's healthy. You want a little bit of drop. You don't want to gap fill all the way back down. However, if you do and stay above this, if we can turn this resistance, this channel, into a support, that's excellent. That is really, we're going to see over the next, these next couple days right here, that's going to be a crucial point for Bitcoin to see if we can bounce, come down, right here and bounce off of this and turn this into a support, or if we start to, you know, crash through and maybe come back down here into our channel. You never know. Next up, we're going to go right over to Ethereum. Ethereum, we're looking at the 4-hour candles here, and this is the channel for Ethereum that we are still trading in. This is the one I was mentioning. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Fibonacci indicator, just so it's a little bit cleaner, the chart is for you guys. And you can see this is the channel that we have been trading in for just about the entirety of 2022. Same with Bitcoin. As you can see, it's, you know, January 6th, that's right around the exact same day as Bitcoin. That's the day that the stock market and crypto markets as a whole crashed. So when you look at Ethereum, you can see this massive pump that we've been on, which is excellent. And Ethereum really, obviously Bitcoin paves the way for the whole market, but Ethereum, there's so many altcoins that that are very correlated positively with Ethereum that you can, once you notice a big pump in Ethereum, you can oftentimes time an altcoin pump and capitalize on those gains. You know, that we're approaching a very, very crucial time frame right now for Ethereum. When you look at this on the 4-hour candles, guys, I mean, it doesn't get much more crunch time than this. This is where Ethereum needs to come in clutch. We need Game 5 Clay right now out of Ethereum. And, you know, Game 5 Clay, I got you. But we need to, this time frame right here, these next couple days, pretty much throughout the end of March into the start of April, we need to see if Ethereum is going to turn this resistance into a support similar to what Bitcoin has done. If so, I mean, that's just more proof of, you know, more proof in the pudding that the overall crypto market is looking a lot healthier. It doesn't mean that we're going to immediately jump back up to 60K Bitcoin and run even higher than that. It just means we might not be experiencing 2,500 Ethereum at, you know, a regular pace. We might be experiencing more of a 3,400 or 3,500 Ethereum. That's, I mean, that's $1,000 difference right there, which is really good. But, you know, don't expect the entire market to jump up 100% overnight without some sort of correction, you know. And that's the thing with Ethereum's channel that it was trading in. We've seen a pump up to this right after it happened. We saw 1 and 2 attempts to break out of it. You know, if you wanted to be more realistic for the time frame, you could say that right here is a better channel, and we kind of did break out of it just because we fell and had this big confirmation, and then this one right here, we had 2, tried to make our way up, you know. But either way, the long-term channel that all of these cryptocurrencies have been trading in, the long-term descent, has officially broken for, you know, the time being. This could be something that we're not prepared for. This could be a big step down. However, I will point out right now, and you guys can tell me if you think the same thing, but this run right here, this line and this line, I mean, this is a little more cute, but this run right here, this was monumental. And if we can get something like this and jump up, you know, 69%, nice. 69% over the next 48 days, we could see something crazy. I mean, to put that into perspective, 48 days, we'll say right here, 69%, right around there. That would be huge. That would be massive. We would be sitting at around 5,400 Ethereum. We would be setting all-time highs, and you never know. I mean, that's been the big thing with this bear market, if you will, or crypto winter, is we're setting up for a massive bull run. In my opinion, if you guys thought the bull run we had last year was monumental and historic, it's going to pale in comparison, because we really may see Bitcoin run to close to 100K over the next year to 18 months. And last but not least, we have Binance, BNB. Let's go ahead and start this out by putting a channel. Let's put it right about here. You guys want to do it? Let's see. Let's go right here and right here. And I'm going to say this right here is a very visible, hard support line, or resistance rather, as is this line right here. And you can see, just based off of throwing those out there real quick, it almost appears to instantly form channels that you can see the cryptocurrency or stock, whatever you're looking at on the chart, trade in. And that's kind of the point. You're looking at different levels where the price is supported and there's a lot of buying pressure at that level, or the price is resisted and there's a lot of selling pressure at that level. You know, sometimes you might see people with kind of boxes for right here. You'll see like a box that's shaded in, and this is a buy zone, because generally whenever it falls into here, you'll see big upward price action, things like that. Obviously everyone has their own way to be a chartist, if you want to call it that. Everyone has their own way of performing male astrology, and you know, to each his own. We all end up pulling a card out of the hat that we have no idea what it means, and we try to roll with it. So as you can see though, Binance is looking very healthy. We'll go to the 4-hour chart just so we have a little bit better of a time frame to work with here, looking at the more recent highs. And this run right here from, you know, 417 to 430 for an average price is absolutely insane. That was a huge 4-hour window. Looking at the volume there, what did we have, like almost $5 million in trading volume there. That's absolutely crazy. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and put a line right here. And as you can see, this is, you know, just throwing this on here, this is looking really nice instantly. And that's because from March 15th to now, Binance has been on an absolute run, and you could even say it started right here on March 13th, and that was because we had this descending channel and we broke it. We officially started to have the higher lows. The higher low was the first indicator right here. If you'll notice, we had this descent right up here. I'll go put a trend line just because it's not going to be something permanent, but we had this descent right here, which was a bunch of lower lows that kept falling, and then we had a lower high right here and a lower high right here. Your first indication on Binance was right here. This was our first big higher low. It was instantly met with another higher low, and another. Even as slight as that is, it is still a higher low. Those are little things that may not seem like crazy, you know. This price action from here to here in the moment doesn't seem like much. However, looking at it, you can see that was the first jump when you knew. And looking down at the MACD, you can see that's right when we had a golden cross up. That's excellent. Looking at the RSI, it's come down and showed some health, which is good, but the RSI is, you know, it's hit or miss. It can be. A lot of these indicators are, but that's why they are, you know, exactly what they are, which is indicators. That's nothing foolproof. The higher highs on this one, however, were a little bit more difficult and took a little bit more time than the higher lows to identify. However, if you'll notice right here, we capped out, and this would almost indicate you know, a channel. And this is exactly what happened, is you created a wedge right here, and it formed a wedge that it needed to break out from, and you had this big price action right here. Boom. That was a big higher high, higher high, and wash, rinse, repeat. As you can see, looking back on these, hindsight is always 20/20, but if you can identify these in the moment and then go and look at altcoins that are built on Binance, you know, that's just different ways. Or, you know, if you're looking to transfer tokens, if you're, you know, timing different price actions based on swapping different cryptocurrencies, watching these three, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance, are going to give you a really good indication on different fees you're going to pay, network fees, gas fees, depending on what you're using, which token services you want to use, whether they're built on BSC or they're built on Ethereum. Generally, Ethereum is going to be crazy expensive no matter what the price is, but these are just little ways, these three right here, that you can help predict almost the entire crypto market as a whole. And most of the altcoins that you guys know and love, regardless of how small they are or how big they are either coded very similarly, they are positively correlated in price movement, or it's built on it. They're, you know, themselves in the sense of BSC and Ethereum, a tremendous amount of altcoins are built on them or are layer solutions on top of them. So when you watch these, it can really give you a sense. I recommend for everyone at the very top of their watch list to have these three cryptocurrencies. The first action, obviously, even if you're not invested in any of these three, you should be watching the price, because if you're invested in any altcoins that are affected by these, and if you have an altcoin that isn't affected by one of these cryptocurrencies, I would love to hear about it. But almost every single cryptocurrency that you guys are going to look at is going to be affected by price movement from these three cryptos. Right here, you'll notice is a massive time frame for BNB. Just like Ethereum, we have, this is crunch time. This is when we need big buckets. We can't be missing. We need to pull up with confidence like Dame on PG. You know what I mean? Alright guys, that's going to be everything for the video today. I wanted to pull up some price action, give you guys some chart movements, drop a couple charts with you guys, just very, very light stuff. This is not real, in-depth technical analysis. We could get much, much more in-depth on it, but it's, kind of hard to translate that through a easy-to-watch, quick-ish YouTube video. If there's something you would like to know in-depth, maybe spend like 20-30 minutes. I plan on, down the road, when I start doing live streams, doing a lot more charting live. When I do get the streams, let me know down below if you guys would like to watch that, but also, go ahead and put a flexing emoji in the comment section down below if you made it to the end of the video. And other than that, guys, keep an eye out. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. I'm also going to be putting a video out here soon looking at some Veracity, Jasmy, and Alchemy Pay price action. So for my microcap lovers, keep an eye out for that one. Other than that, guys, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, look yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself you're doing a great job. Because if you're watching this channel, you are. Thank you, guys.